that Cypher, we saw how spread out he could actually be with that utility. The attacking side effect, not exactly going to come down too much, but Mitch, top of his game when it comes to Sentinel play. We did same thing. It is the battle we have been waiting months for, folks. Welcome to Summer Championships. Welcome to the Grand Finals. NRG versus Cloud9 Blue kicking off right now.
Look at this early aggression coming out from Cloud9. These are two explosive teams, and with the new IGL Vanity, he clearly wants to utilize Leaf's abilities here, and already taking quick space towards the sewer side. I like this from NRG, though. They're going to take things slow. You have one cam towards this mid side, Vanity spotting Garage. It's all but quiet here as NRG, after that early dash, that caused a little bit of shift from them. However, hasn't done too much just yet. Cloud9 Blue sure to cut noises. It feels at the moment that we kind of just have a three-pronged setup as a fourth and Vanity starting to come. You talked about Mitch using that utility. He's playing that lurk setup, and well, Sheriff shots ring out. Mitch has made the contact Garage, but the rest of his team is approaching the A site.
Indeed is. We did. Again, just very good nano swarm in front of him.
Oh, they back away.
Very well timed too, but that's just gonna be NRG. See if they can even make this read. They do actually. They have two players over towards the other side of the map. C9 heading right towards that trap.
I think the main reason is because Mitch was able to get a dink onto Android, knowing now that this C site's gonna be a whole lot weaker, and that great util coming out from Android though. However, a return nade from Zeppa as he ends up going down, but that'll give at least his team a little bit of space. Sam still in the back lines. Texas here to arrive. It's a great rotation in from NRG.
It really is, but can they get any picks off of these peaks? In goes Vanity with a whole lot of damage. A three-man peak at the same time. EU now in a 1v3, actually. Oh, he does get the reload he wanted, but he's not able to get the body shots. Leaf ends up finishing off the kill, and Cloud9 Blue, with the audible, they end up making it work.
Yeah, so many players from Cloud9 Blue just full focusing into that NRG rotation. Everyone coming through defender's spawn. NRG, there are too many players to look onto, and when you're funneled into that one area, it makes it so difficult. It was a good attempt here. I mean, I think Sam does a great job in the back using that nebula to give himself some time, but as you see here with the overhead, everyone again on Cloud9 Blue just storming these back lines, and NRG, it's a difficult position. They lose the first round. It's a little bit of a buyback here. Tex, he's going to go for the Marshall, the rest with just Sheriffs, and on the Cloud9 side, it's one Marshall for Vanity, the rest on Spectres, and they're going to take things slow as Vanity already kicking things off. One nice pick as he pulls the star back.
Where's the body kill able to do more than 100, no armor? So
it's basically an op.
Yeah, the equivalent of an op on the attacking side. And you actually pretty much have full walking speed, so it's very dangerous, at least on that defensive side, but still Cloud9 don't really know if they want to get into too many of these long-range interactions, because look, an NRG right now, 4 players over towards that mid side. Finally, at least one of them gets pinged. Mitch still on the lookout, and NRG, I think they've been thwarted, but they're still trying here.
Yeah, they're all just going to rotate again through spawn. Leaf is sitting in garage. I love this hold because you have a tripwire. Back towards long just in case. That'll be activated, and Vandy's got plenty of time to adjust. Leaf looking to farm a little bit for this Blade Storm. He doesn't want to take too big of an engagement. Zed is here as well if he needs the help. And yep, they're just going to lock things in. And you can see in the back lines, we did is like, oh, there's a trap wire. I can't really do much now. 2 versus 5, and Cloud9 Blue keeping things very, very clean as Mitch is on the prowl. Could end up going down, but he doesn't. We did. We'll at least find one exit, so I guess at the most he's pulled one gun away, but overall I think the best thing is that he gets one ult point towards that lockdown. NRG off of the Seeker round. They will have the full buy moving into round number 3.
And this is where we can have a whole lot of fun. Cloud9 yesterday, and they play it out on Haven. I mean, we ended up seeing some real aggressive takes. Most of Cloud9's rounds, or really most of their impact, ended up coming up in that defensive side. But Cloud9, in terms of A-site antics, they got up to quite a bit. And the big X factor of those takes were at some points Leaf, and now he's on the front lines, already looking for something quick and short.
Yeah, he's got a Phantom here as well, and he is right behind, or Zeppa is right behind him, so they're going to use a little util to clear. Leaf entering on forward. That's what you want, and there goes Weeded. That's the util to hold them back. Grabo will be popped, but there is still one in the back lines. That being EU, he is a rock here as he ends up going down immediately after. A great entry from Leaf and a great follow-up from Vanity.
Spike planted.
And it's very simple stuff. NRG, I'm sure they didn't intend it, but all of their players caught out in the 1v1s, and now one last person remaining. having to dash away from that grab while Tex has to run for the hills. Still has a Vandal, and the only piece of firepower potentially that this team has. But Cloud9 Blue, this is good. Yesterday they came into a lot of very, very close scenarios simply because of their economy against Immortals, or their mismanagement of it, I would like to say. So this, at least, they have their cushion now. Slowly, things seem to be safer.
I think Cloud9 are off to a really, really nice start, especially on the attacking side, which is arguably one of the more favored sides when it comes to Haven. So NRG, it's a slow start. They're going to have to go on an eco here, and I mean, we expected this map to be super close, and I guess the fans did as well.
Yeah,
everyone watching. We took a poll. 50-50 is how you guys predict this map to go, and I'm in agreement because, well, what we're seeing is Cloud9 Blue kicking it off really, really well. It's NRG. We know they are a team that doesn't necessarily have the slowest of starts, but it takes them a little bit going here and now. They have this one reset round. 5 sheriffs is a round where, okay, let's look to get ults online moving forward. It's Cloud9 Blue, who I imagine going to take things slow, try and punish early aggression, which we see here with a nice, lovely shock there.
You know, it's funny, NRG's really good at Haven, but out of the 10 times that they've played it, I think 7 of them have been actually dictated by all double-digit score lines, so 13-11s, 13-10s, etc. So could be still a close one. A slow start ain't nothing. We're still not actually seeing it take. Yeah, Cloud9 Blue still back over towards their spawn. It is decent control over towards that short side from NRG, simply because there was a second contact there. Now it's only one. It's only one over towards A period. One does rotate back. The Cloud9 still on that default, cheating back over towards the C site.
Yeah, all in the meantime, I was going to say Vanity is kind of just hovering around here, putting pressure, being something on this side of the map so it doesn't pull all the rotations to A. Nice shot coming out from Tex. I was going to say that it pulls NRG into a default, and then with that default, Tex is able to find first blood. Mitch going down. Now, what's the aggression? Alarm bot. Swarm, but they don't recognize there's one close left corner. Unfortunately, they don't end up going down to Sam as Cloud9 Blue approach this site. They have the bomb down, and it looks like NRG are going to attempt what they can. They can pick up one rifle, but that's about it.
Yeah. Sure. Could at least pick one up, maybe. Try to still chase up for a couple of these frags. Go frag a little bit earlier. Zeta's going to be able to pick one back. Cloud9 continuing to stop towards that spawn side. Zeppa with another one. EU now. Last person remaining in a 1v3. Still has a Vandal, still has a chance. 76 HP now as he goes by. Zeppa now has a Hunter's Fury. Same thing with his opponent. That just so happens to be around the corner. Zeta taking down EU. That's a 4th round back, and like I said, Zeta already has that Hunter's Fury, a Bladestorm ready up in this next round. NRG, they have guns back and up on that defensive side.
Exactly. Yeah, Tex is going to pull out the operator. He's got Bladestorm to fall back on as well, so that's why we see that heavy investment. Next round, if NRG were to win or lose, we could see that Bladestorm. Even in this round, possibly, if things get dicey for him, it's going to be him and Android looking for an early engagement towards this A side. And, well, look at Cloud9 Blue. They are full setup here. And I think there's a Hunter's Fury setup here for EU as well. So as soon as Tex feels that contact, pop goes the Hunter's Fury, and it'll slow down that push. However, that gravel, I thought was going to use a combination with that Hunter's Sphere. Instead, it's a counter back coming out from Zeta to gate space. And look at Leaf. He's already in the A site.
Oh, Leaf comes up from behind, but it's actually the point-blank shot from Tex off of that op. Vanity and Zeppa trying to invade the site. One person on the front line. Again, that is Zeppa. But EU in that off angle. He's down to 50 HP. Still trying to hold against 2 more players over in short.
Oh.
We did. Good timing. A lot of hustle to even get there. And we did, holding the line. 2 kills for Weeded. EU desperately just trying to stay alive in the middle of sight. His teammates distracting for him, and it works. Round back finally for NRG.
Wow, Tex utterly denying Leaf on that entry, and then EU, the last player in that backside to lock things in. We'll see it here. Separating, right? You get that kill into Leaf, and you know Zeppa's typically going to be that second entry. EU with a quick rotation from A link right into the back of A site, playing that off angle. It's phenomenally done, and he's one of the most consistent players in North America, and being able to lock down that A site has just been a Sova's tradition. Cloud9 at 4 as NRG find the first round. We're going to kick things off a little bit slow. Weeded has that ult online. Same thing here with EU, but you look in the Cloud9 Blue camp, they've got 3 major ults as well for an exec.
Indeed they do, but are they going to be potentially lined up in a group manner to even have a take of this sort? For the first time, they have a whole lot of control in mid, so it seems a little bit more likely. It's Leaf on the front side. There's a turret in terms of contact, but more importantly, of course, there's 2 players on each link.
Yeah.
Looking to crossfire, but double nebula.
I love this Hunter Fury, and you can see the position that he has, and it's lined up for both of the plant spots. And with Tex already deep in towards A Link, you had confidence that the A hit wasn't going to come. However, with that Hunter Fury being popped, it's going to be a reroute. Gravwell alongside the Cosmic Divide to try and pull them back. Never mind, they're going to pull that star back. And look at this, they've gone the other way. It's a full fake from the side of Cloud9 Blue, and you look at the way the wall's positioned. Sama's got to make a decision. Does he want to cheat through the divide? No, he doesn't. Spike, I think, is free here for the side of Cloud9 Blue as Zeppa taking the logs position instead as Leaf, look at this positioning. Already up in Garage. This is golden for Cloud9.
Indeed it is. This is one and done for Leaf. Indeed, he's going to be able to get one, but he's certainly not done. He could stay in that off angle for as long as he wants. Nobody's there for the trade. In fact, NRG, they're thinking about saving in a 3v5. Can't really blame them.
Yeah, especially when the last round comes down to you only having 2 players. Keeping 3 here alive is going to be fantastic because you'll have a guaranteed full buy going into that next. Zeta is just going to confirm that they're going for the save. That Recon will not be broken, not getting any tags. Cloud9, they fit the round, a fake. And I love the way that Cosmic Divide is set up because it looks like it's going for a hit, but in reality, if you want to, because of the fact that Cosmic Divide's positioned so that it blocks off defender spawn on the Z side, you can very easily rework back in, and that's exactly what we saw here. Cloud9 Blue catching NRG off guard. Again, though, those 3 rifles being saved, we still have that lockdown possibility for We Did. Will it come into effect in this next round? Because we know how powerful it can be on a map like Haven for retakes. You get it in Garage, you get it towards A Links, or at least that little corner between B and A. And it can fully evacuate a site here, as you can see the buy for NRG. It's a little bit awkward, though.
A little bit. It's mainly, of course, I would like to think, still just force around the out. But of course, We Did. He could have a whole lot of impact in the round if we actually do end up getting NRG getting pressured out on one of these sites. Of course, just lockdown readily available. But the C site in general is being a lot more heavily defended, to say the least. Look at this run over towards the long side. That is Tex with a shotgun up, ready and raring to go with a person to his right side. That's Vanity.
Oh, Vanity might get caught on this cross. He's the one that has to pick up the spike as well, so he's been very, very cautious. And yup, timing perfectly there. I don't know if Vanity got the spot. But you might have an idea that someone's gotten aggressive down long. I think he's commenting saying, okay, they take Garage, they take long shot, take some space back in. The combination of both Leaf and Zeppa is too much for We Did in EU. That's Garage control, and that's pulled rotations. But still, Cloud9 Blue, for these past couple rounds, they get picks, but they're not one to immediately set their sights on where those picks come from. They're going to slow things down, and they'll find themselves entering into the B-bomb site.
Here comes Tex. Gonna lose that op. It's all Mitch. It's all Cloud9 Blues now. And look at this, Neuro Theft at the same exact time. So Leaf could go hunting. We'll grab well in the back. Overall, Sully, just about the rounds. NRG just getting beat up again. I mean, I don't think it's anything too crazy. Also, that dash. Yeah, no, literally nothing wild. I mean, I think we've literally just seen like 2-3 rifle rounds now for C9 where they just went through picks.
Yeah, it's been super slow from Cloud9, and Vanity's traditionally a caller that will kind of go with the flow and go on the fly. And with NRG, we know how aggressive they can be at sometimes. I think Vanity's definitely done his homework. He knows that NRG are a team that like to get aggressive, and we've seen that. We saw that against Squirtle Squad yesterday on Haven, where they were just able to take map control. And Cloud9, Vanity making those calls, telling his team to play a little bit slower, look for picks as duos, don't try and give up these 1vx's, and it's worked out so well. A great call for a timeout here from the NRG side, as I think this is the moment where they're realizing, okay, Cloud9 are playing super slow. We're trying to over-aggress, but in other areas of the map, they are being able to find the first picks, and then after that, they slow things down immediately. So what's the counterback? I think NRG are maybe considering kind of hunkering down on sites, or even possibly doubling down on that aggression. Take the fights to Cloud9 Blue, and if that works out, then you could see yourselves in a situation where you bring things back 6-6.
I mean, considering how the C long interaction actually went, honestly, there was already a contact there. The fact that Vanity was already more or less wary of a person
he was ready
towards long is like that's already he's too aware. You know what I mean? So Cloud9, knowing that it's Haven, period. I mean, there's just so many opportunities to get flanked on. So even if NRG gets aggressive, Cloud9, they could just keep running defaults for the rest of the half.
I think here on this Eco round, we're not going to see really whatever change NRG wanted to do come into effect here. However, perhaps they've gone for the latter that I proposed, doubling down on that aggression. This Tech's already posted up kind of deep into B mid. They've already rotated all the way to the A site, overcommitting to this rotation. However, we know Cloud9, they love to just double back. And yup, Tech's sitting here. He has a chance for a kill and a dash. I thought he had a share. Never mind. With just a classic. It's a little bit rough there. It is a little bit rough.
That's a little crazy. A little wild. You hate to see it. He dashes out right when he lands. Gonna be that kill back for C9. And still NRG thinking about that C defense. Only utility gonna be able to come out. Cloud9, very typical again. Just about 50 seconds left in the round. They've waited almost a minute to finally make their take, but NRG, they've read this out a little bit, stacking up the site. 2 players over towards that back line. Could have went a little bit more successfully, but of course it's C9 with the rifles. NRG going down one by one. One of them is still fighting. We did still back with another pick. You have a couple of shock darts back, so at least some sort of hope in terms of util, but it's gonna be Zeppa to clean things up. 7-1 to start off already.
Yeah, and that's 2 kills back to that showstopper, which will be very nice moving forward. Now again, NRG, just an eco round. This is where maybe we'll see that tack pause come into effect. What are the changes going to be made? The op again here for Tex. 3 ultimates as well here in this round. So this is the round where you hope NRG, right? You're at 7-1. You need to try and pull things back ASAP, or this game really falls out of your control. And we talked about that map when how kind of it favors Cloud9 Blue when we head to that second map of Breeze. NRG, I'm not going to say a must-win here on Haven, but it certainly would make life a lot easier moving forward.
Sure could be. Oh, Tex. Oh, Tex.
42.
42 HP. I mean, it's, speaking of things that could just make life easier, I mean, big picks over towards the mid side, but more importantly, EU and we did. Look at Long. Look at this crossfire. C9, yes, currently on the default, but this is where it could come back to hurt them. Now it goes back that owl drone. The grapple still holding it back. They blow up the owl drone. So now C9 simply, they have no idea if anyone is playing close.
Ooh, but they've got, yeah, I was going to say, they only spot we did. Do they clear this corner? Vantage is going to walk through unaware, caught off guard. EU to hold it down. He's dancing with them all, and it's 3 for the side of NRG. 3 versus 2, though. That's open up the A site at the very least, but Zeppa, he'll be met here by Android. I don't know if they know that he slipped into the backside, and this is a perfect position to play from.
Yeah, but they're still going to watch him. Android. 6 shot onto Mitch. Doesn't even matter if they knew it or not, but in comes Zeppa! Dashing in off the satchel, now in a 1v2. The flank is coming in quick. Spike goes down right in time. Zeppa can play this out. Gonna be able to get the first.
Back.
Does he know that the player's over in shorts? Oh, the peek back, the 180, but he just simply doesn't peek for long enough. Zeppa. A one-man swivel, a one-man turrets, but it's going to be NRG with their first round in a good bit.
Yeah, so it looks like NRG have elected to not necessarily double down on the aggression, but definitely get a little bit more. You see that push towards long, Tex taking an aggressive peek in a garage. You win out those fights, and Cloud9 Blue getting caught off guard here, especially by EU, and that bait and switch for the grab well, and we did taking the bait. You never would have expected EU to be in this position, so well done to NRG to find their second, and it comes down to this 1v1, and Zeppa, I mean, we saw him win a 1v5 on Haven against Immortals. I wouldn't have written him off in that 1 versus 4 or 1v3. NRG, you didn't even use a single ultimate in that one, so they'll have their 3 ults to play with here. It's a full buy for both of these sides. Another mid-heavy play coming out from the side of Cloud9 Blue, where Android unfortunately going to be forced off early by that owl drone. He'll concede a little bit of control here as Cloud9 Blue are quick to take this space.
Yeah, no, there you go. Quite a bit of control, in fact. Now Cloud9 full control here at the B site.
Oh.
How did that showstopper not connect? It hits right onto the wall. We did around the corner. Android with another showstopper gonna bring, at least gonna bring things on back in terms of damage, but not in terms of body. C9 still surviving with 4 players. NRG, no other hits, but again, it's just a funny thing to me that there were 4 people from CD Link.
Look at
this
Tex.
A site take could actually be possible. Tex still trying to hold it down. Cloud9 dashing their way in, but they finally have the coverage, and they'll get the spike down for a 4v5.
Yeah, that gravel really coming in clutch for the lockdown here. Oh my goodness, Mitch! He expected the lockdown play and he said, I'm gonna get aggressive and try and deny it. Well, he's already got 2. Does he want some more? What? This is a great shock dart. These shock darts are gonna take it all down, and he's trying to body block beat it. Even ends up going down. It's a 3v2 in a disastrous situation for the rest of the NRG camp.
No way, Weeded was trying to body block the shock darts. And now Cloud9, again, it has to be all there. 2v1. EU can do nothing but back out. There's barely any time. There was just about
one enemy remaining.
Was just about right for EU to go in. But again, it's going to be NRG going down. Good stuff from EU to even get those last few kills. Cloud9, they lost the round before, so their economy might not be the best, but they know for sure that they have another round under their belt.
Not at all. Cloud9 are perfectly fine. This phenomenal idea for Mitch to understand that the retake possibilities, right? 2 major ults with Cosmic Divide and a lockdown coming to play, and we did. He almost did. It almost bounced off of him. NRG, close. Very, very close in that situation. But Cloud9, a phenomenal recovery off of that gravel that Vanity threw to allow, or to disallow Tex to take that peek. And it's NRG that'll have to work with the lesser credits. Take 1 eco here, saving the op could be very, very big as triple mid push. Recon Bolt doesn't tag anybody out, but they're still going to use the hour drone, I imagine, just in case from Zeta. It's Zeppa alongside Leaf, who is peeking towards mid here, and Zeppa needs to be careful because he's just one of the players. There's the second. He knows 2 have taken this engagement. He's got that information, and look at Vanity on their side towards him.
Yeah, lots of players still coming around. And at this point, there you go. There you go. Attaboy, Vanity.
No.
That's what he gets, bro. That's what he gets. A lot of these players from NRG and C9, they've been quite lurky in the last few days, and especially in this game. NRG feeling out the aggression. Not bad to shoot some bodies sometimes. Still a 5v2 though. NRG, they're just running out of hope. Good thing they didn't buy this round, but they still have that op. They still have a couple. Still have the sheriffs this round to be able to save up a vandal, but again, last round coming up next.
Might want to save the op, but I don't think he had any intentions because he knows he can buy in the next round nonetheless. We did. All I think this man would love is a couple of ult points, but even then, I don't know how close he's going to get to getting that lockdown in this next and final round of the half. NRG. Stumped.
On, Mitch.
On the defensive side, Mitch is even going to find that kill. So a 9-2 start for Cloud9 as we look to close out this first half. It'll be NRG that have, even then, a very shaky buy. Tex is at least going to have the ultimate to work with, and so I think maybe it would have been our call to save that operator. I don't know if he knew what the plan was for this next round, but I think having that op would have been a big, big bonus. You look at the Cloud9 side, they've got everything they could have ever wanted. 3 ults as well, and for NRG to close out a half like this would not be feeling too good.
No, not at all. Not at all. NRG. You actually got to feel kind of bad for them. Because they could, I mean, they could have realistically salvaged 4 or 5 rounds. But in we go. It's actually a quick takeover towards C. Nade over towards the back line. Hunter's Fury going down too with triple Nebulas at the same time. Good little setup there from Cloud9. But it's going to be the full rotation from NRG. 4 players wanted to approach A long, but unfortunately nobody was there. But now in comes the rotation. Might be able to get another one. There you go. 2-man advantage for NRG off of this retake. Gonna be that first contact from Vanity, but he goes down quite a bit of HP just to a Spectre. But watch out, Zeppa still around the corner, has double satchel still. Running up for the contact and long. Zeta actually gets it. All 3 players now for NRG out towards the defensive spawn, and out goes EU with a double. This is a 1v3, folks. EU can complete this, but he just needs the information, knows that Zeta is over towards Cubby, but he just simply has no time. The delay is good, and that's gonna be a banger to cap off the half. C9, a textbook take of the C sites. Get double digits before the half is over. Folks, the second half starts right after this break. We'll see you in a little bit. Welcome on back, folks. I don't think we need to encapsulate the first half by any means. You see the score line, and if you know anything about Valorant, that's not a very pretty score line if you're NRG. Cloud9 10-2 up on NRG going into the second half. This is only map number 1 of 5, folks, here in the grand finals of Summer Championships. Welcome on back in. And actually, off the bat, NRG's looking for something big in mid.
Standing ahead.
Does feel like it with that Recon ball going out very early. It's a quick take to the B bomb side. Zeppa and Leaf nowhere in proximity to play this one. These shot darts, though, I think they understood Vanity.
Spike down, B.
I think I had tried to throw a gravel, but only shock darts ended up coming out, and he's going to retreat all the way into garage. That's a lovely play. I don't know if that was a play called by Vanity to instantly back away and shoot shock darts to see if that was planned or if this was expected. But, well, Cloud9 Blue have the man advantage.
Here comes one Leaf with 1 kill. NRG still with 2 players right in the middle. A site C9. This is definitely a golden opportunity because look at Zeppa being insanely careful of this back line purely because long control is still of C9, but there goes Zeppa, gonna be able to get one. Android with a couple of taps on. Now it's a 1v2. Now it's a 1v1. Excuse me. Throws out a satchel. And that's really the only dying light. Zeppa gonna be able to control that one down 11-2. And Sully, what is the cliche?
You gotta win the pistol if you're down anything more than 8-4.
Yeah.
NRG, they don't get the pistol. It's a rough start because now Cloud9 Blue basically is forced buy up after the second round pistol win and then a bonus round away from winning out the game. NRG, we know they're gonna have to force, and again, I want to fall back to that idea that if this was a call made by Vanity, says, I mean, Vanity's that kind of guy that would understand these kind of calls and have this homework done, this research done out, and NRG,
Yeah.
I don't know if we've seen that mid play from them on the pistol round, but if Vanity made that call, props to them. NRG gonna go for another mid play, it looks like, as Cloud9 Blue a little bit more ready for it. Instantly, they're gonna start to peel away. It's the exact same thing as the pistol round.
Yeah, almost literally, except this time with a tripwire. I think that's literally the difference. Yeah. It's full control over towards backside. I mean, not gonna say the same because NRG's whole goal last round was to go to C and take that connector, but even then, still very much the same fashion. Leaf gonna be able to take one in the back line, gonna be able to make it 2. NRG, this defense in the middle of the B site gets a little bit tougher, but again, equal weaponry. What can NRG pull off from now on? Oh, Vanity. The one pump gets it done onto Whedon, and Zeta continues his reign of terror, holding W down to the bottom of mid. Cloud9 Blue came into this with the man disadvantage, folks, and they're able to survive off of it with 4+ in the bank. 12-2, Cloud9 1 round away from securing the first match.
Match point.
And what a statement from Cloud9 Blue here in map 1. I mean, this is the map pick and one of the best that NRG have to offer, and I'm going to reiterate the fact while we have this little bit of downtime, this was a map that you, the viewers, expected to be a 50-50, and I was in complete agreement. Well, clearly, it is nowhere near that 50-50 that all of us were expecting, and with the rest of this map pool, with Breeze being the second, one of the best that Cloud9 have currently at a 4-0 record in Summer Champs alone, NRG, it feels like this is the worst possible start, and we'll see if they can maybe pull something back here as a Vandal forced up for Android. He's going to have no shield at all. Cloud9 Blue. We see another regression here from Leaf and Zeppa, but I think they got spotted out here by Tech, so they're going to start to peel away just a little bit. NRG to rework themselves over towards the back of mid. But for now, it feels like there really isn't a congruent plan that they have in their minds. I mean, where do you even want to go from here?
Oh. And Cloud9 can just continue to punish them potentially for their lack of initiative. Those Guardian shots were looking just a little bit more dangerous, but of course they just got a whole lot of information, spotting a whole lot of heads, a lot safer over towards that A area. It's only going to be 1 contact, but yeah, I don't really know if Cloud9's current comp is that great for retakes, but they're just going to have to depend on Zeppa, and he goes. Going to be able to get 1. It is only 1 for now. Leaf in the back line with a second contact, and that second contact is gone as Cloud9 Blue, they maintain a 4v3.
Oh, that Nova Pulse coming in is huge. Leaf, a tiny gap in that smoke, and he wanted to get aggressive. It's Mitch here already on site. There's one to his left, one to his right. He's going to take the fight. Android is going to win it out regardless. 3 versus 3 still. Leaf on low HP. And well, Sheriffs, they can be deadly here. We did dancing around underneath. This could be a round where they end up staying alive. However, it's a 3v2 suddenly, and it's knives pulled out. That should be the game, or that should be the map. Cloud9 Blue taking it 13-2, and NRG